Dana White comments on what he said about WWE. Hi guys, welcome to another edition of the General Jerry channel. As I previously reported about CM Punk in the UFC, there has been some new comments that Dana White has said about WWE. So let's get into it, let's not waste any time. Dana White talks battles with Vince McMahon and UFC versus WWE. UFC President Dana White has explained his feelings on the WWE and Vince McMahon. Dana White caused some controversy recently when he tweeted about WWE being fake shit. He has now clarified his comments in an interview with Chad Duke's wrestling show. He said, everybody in the WWE is really classy and everyone's really cool. My wrestling thing was just a response to an idiot on social media that was talking smack. I've had my battles with Vince McMahon behind the scenes with some stuff that were worked on, but I respect all the guys in the WWE. He went on to say how many WWE guys attend UFC shows and how he's never met a bad guy in the WWE. It was interesting to hear about the potential friction between him and Vince that they've worked on. Could White be on about the Ronda Rousey role at WrestleMania 31? Did that cause some heat, or was White on about WWE wanting to co-promote Brock Lesnar in 2011? Whatever the situation, White and McMahon are mostly on good terms. They say they're in the same industry. They're not. And I'll get into that in a second, but basically, they're in the same industry. I disagree with that, but let's continue. Doing very similar jobs, and they do communicate from time to time. The wrestling world massively overreacted to White's previous comments about WWE being fake. The UFC promoter was merely responding to an overzealous WWE fan criticizing UFC's pay-per-view prices. So, personally, like a lot of here's the thing. This is the thing. Wrestling, yes, is fake. Absolutely, but these guys do get hurt during WWE. They do get hurt. Some people were like overreacting, saying, "Oh, well, fuck Dana White" and all this kind of stuff. You have to bear in mind, I think that there has been some friction between him and Vince McMahon. Obviously, did they go behind his back to put Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 31? Also, they basically promoted Undertaker, Brock Lesnar on UFC television. Basically, a lot of people have been talking about it. Personally, for me, I don't think that there isn't that much. I think what Stephanie McMahon and Triple H are looking to do is trying to have Dana White on their side so that they can have Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon. Rumors are saying Hell in a Cell. At this point in time, I don't think Dana White wants to do it because he doesn't want to promote he doesn't want to promote WWE anymore, and that's why he's doing this. In terms of the fake stuff, I understand why some people were pissed off. Oh, it's fake. And listen, at the end of the day, when somebody goes up to me and says, Jerry, why are you doing wrestling? It's fake. What I would really say to that is, for people saying, it's fake, I understand where they come from through that. It's kind of like if you watch a Game of Thrones, or if you're watching like Breaking Bad or Sons of Anarchy or anything like that, you're watching it for the entertainment value. That's why people watch WWE for entertainment value. And that it's kind of almost like a fantasy a little bit. Like I said, people that watch the UFC, and I do watch UFC, although I wouldn't really talk about it on this channel, because like I said, you have to be experienced to talk about these type of things. You have to study it. You have to, talk about all this type of stuff. And for me personally, I'm more into the WWE, although I think the product is terrible right now. And the things that I would like is video games or reactions and, basically watching videos on YouTube. And that's what I'm saying, to each his own. Everyone has their own set of things that they like, whether they like watching Marvel movies, whether they like watching DC, movies like Batman, Superman, or anything like that. These outlets are here for entertainment. WWE is real to a certain degree because, you've got concussions, injuries, you've had wrestlers that have died, broken necks, etc., etc. But, like, what I would say is for people saying, oh, it's fake shit, I'm just like, I understand where you're coming from, because the thing is, when people say that to me, I'm like, you know, not that I'm going to say is going to change their opinion, unless they're probably not going to watch the product. And I wouldn't want them to, because it's fucking terrible right now. It's god awful. But what I mean by this is that you have to not get overly mad when people say, oh, it's fake shit and all. You just gotta take a step back and just say, you know, it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay, you know, just whatever. You know, some people say it to piss you off. I've known people, you know, in my personal life where, like, if I'm in a bar or whatever, or I'm having a drink, and they're like, you know, Jerry, I don't understand why you don't do something else or whatever. Why do you talk about wrestling? And the way I look at it is, it's to each his own. A person likes different things. You know, a person, like I previously said, likes movies, films, television shows. Wrestling is in that demographic. Do I put wrestling in the same bar as UFC? Absolutely not. I think what those guys in the UFC do is brutal. Is they fucking beat the living crap out of each other. You know, boxing, as well, like, some people even put wrestling in the same bracket as boxing. It's not the same thing. You know, boxing is a combat sport. It's not scripted. They literally beat the living shit out of each other. You know, and UFC goes that one step beyond, where literally a knockout could happen. Like, look at Ronda Rousey, where it was a knockout, what, in like 30 seconds? You know, it's like, you know, you can use your feet and your hands, you can charge at them and beat the living shit out of them. So it's like strength and speed and that mindset of chess in their heads. With wrestling, though, it is scripted. You have to, it's almost like a performance, like an art form, if that makes sense. So for people to compare WWE and UFC to say that they're the same company, I disagree with that totally. That's just my personal opinion. I don't judge anyone that watches UFC or boxing or even professional wrestling. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all like to watch whatever it may be, you know, whether it'll be video games or whatever. So I think we should, you know, just say, you know, hey, you know, if you like that type of thing, that's okay. And then, you know, that's it. So for, you know, that's why I don't really like people judging different outlets and all that there. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. This will be a huge debate, I'm sure, in the comment section. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, this is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel, signing out. Hi guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to take that time to subscribe. I'll be doing full coverage of Night of Champions. We're also doing WWE Raw reviews and SmackDown spoilers. So if you're a massive WWE fan, make sure to take that time to subscribe.